This here is the Angry Birds edition, made by Mattel Games, or distributed by them. And the rating, as it says here, is ages 7 and up, 2 to 10 players, rated E for everyone. With well, since these aren't new, I had already opened them. 1 pack of cards, another pack of cards, instructions, and the box. The instructions is pretty self-explanatory. Just how to play the rules and all that good stuff. And now to show you the different kinds of cards that come with it. The different kinds of cards depend on the numbers and on the colors of the cards that are represented. So we'll take out both of these. Move this stuff out of the way. Guess I'll just keep this over here. All the packs combined and everything together, the cards are 112 total. Each different card has either one of these pictures that are set up here, which I will now show. The 0 is a pig, and here is the back. They all have the same back, so it doesn't matter. Here is a 0 and a 1. I'll go through these quickly so you guys won't have to be here all day. What the 2 looks like, a bomb, and then a 3. Angry Birds is on everything now, so why not be on Uno cards, right? This is a little bit different than traditional Uno, just because it included an extra wild card, which I'll show in a sec. But other than that, the game is still the same. If you know how to play Uno, you know how to play this. Skips, these are the special cards if you call them, because they're not numbered. Reverse, a draw 2, the all-powering wild card, the all-powering +4 wild card, draw 4, and the new addition to the Angry Birds deck is the King card, King Pig card. As I said, they all have the same back, and they all have the same design. So all skips have this. They're all just in a different color. So here's a green skip, here's a red skip, a blue, and a yellow, and that applies to all the cards. So each one of these all have different colors, but they're all the same picture. These are considered to be special cards since none of them are numbered, well, except for this one and this one. They're not regular cards like the other ones that you just set down. For example, this one skips the turn of the next player, or when you put it down, the player that goes after you skips their turn. This one reverses the order of what you guys are playing. If it goes clockwise, it starts going counterclockwise. This one, when you set it down, the player that goes after you has to draw 2 cards and it skips their turn. This card, if you don't have any cards that you can set down, this card is helpful to put any other color card, so you don't have to draw a card that turn. This card is the same thing, except the next person that goes after you has to draw 4 cards. And this card is a special card that comes included with the Angry Birds Uno edition. And this card, you have to keep, when you use it, the person that goes after you has to keep drawing a card until whatever color you chose from the background here comes up. So for example, if you put this card down and then you call out blue, the person that goes after you has to keep drawing cards until a blue one pops up. So this one, you could say, is the worst card in the game. You could have 1 card left, and this freaking card can get you to get about 100 other cards before you reach that colored card that you need. The game, for starters, you have to shuffle the whole deck. 112 cards worth. You shuffle it, because when you open it out of the pack new, they're all going to be in order, so you have to get it nice and shuffled so that way all the cards are mixed up. So you pick the dealer, which in my case would be me, and you deal out 7 cards to each player. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pass it to player 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Player 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pass it to player 3. And let's say there's 4 players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So you pick 7, player 4. Then you place the deck down. You take the top card and you put it down. Just make sure that it's a numbered card, because if it's any other thing, for example a wild or a skip or something like that, you would have to put it back on the bottom. Let's say this was a wild, maybe. Put it back on the bottom and pick another one. See, like this wouldn't count. So then you would have to keep going just until you get a numbered card. For instance, we got a green 3 here. And then you pick up your cards, don't show them to anybody, and you get the game started. Play is you have to look at the cards that you have and determining who goes first. Youngest player always goes first in these cases. So you would pick what card would be appropriate to match the card here. So here, since we have a 3 that's green, what you would be able to put on here is a green card or any color 3. So since I have a green card here, this one is allowed there. And then the next player goes. So they put that. And then since I don't have any other green cards or any zeros, since this is a 0, I would have to draw a card. And seeing as this was a green card, I get to put this card down. And they draw a card. And now your turn again. Seeing as you don't have one, what you're allowed to do is put a wild card. In this case, I have a king pick card, which is special to the Angry Birds one, to the Angry Birds Uno edition, because this card allows you to call out any card color, and the opponent has to draw cards until they reach that color. So like I would say blue, and now the person that goes next has to keep drawing the card until they get a blue one. And there goes that. A reverse card would reverse the order you were going. So if it was going in clockwise, you would go in counterclockwise. And you could do the same thing by countering it by using your own card, reverse card. This until you have 1 card left. Before you put your last card down, if you have 2 left, make sure to say Uno before you put your last card down, because if your opponent says Uno before you, you're gonna have to draw 7 more cards already stacked up on that one that you have left. But if you say Uno, then you just get to keep your 1 card. So then your opponent would go, and if they were to put like another green, and I mean not green, another yellow, and since I don't have any more, I would have to draw a card. If it came up as yellow, I would have to put it down and then say Uno again. And every time until I only have 1 card left. Or I run out of cards. When you run out of cards, you're a winner. Uno turns out to be a pretty fun game, especially if you have more than 2 players. When you only have 2 players, it could be kind of nah. But the more players you have, since it says it's from 2 to 10 players, the more players that you have, the more entertaining it is. So if you guys have a chance to pick up, it doesn't have to be this Uno set, but if you guys can pick up any Uno set, make sure you guys have fun playing it. See you guys next time on the next review. The different kinds of cards depend on the numbers and on the colors of the cards that are represented. So we'll take out both of these. Move this stuff out of the way. Guess I'll just keep this over here. Stop it.